Greetings and welcome to Tuesdays with Tom. So glad you could join me this week. I wonder if there's any of you out there that join me in my fascination with stars. I am in the middle of listening to a lecture series, 24 lectures, a half an hour each, entitled The Life and Death of Stars. The facts are absolutely mind-blowing. It describes these nebulas, vast quantities of gas and dust spread across light years of quantities of space that over the course of millennia slowly swirl and form stars that burst to life and burst to light. There is the reality that these stars are in a constant battle between gravity and pressure and heat to keep them alive. And then there is the fact that those photons born in the center of our sun take 17,000 years, 17,000, to emerge from the surface, only to take 8 minutes from there to reach the planet Earth. Of course, the fascination I have with stars is something also much more visceral. I remember going to the Grand Canyon a year and a half ago and looking up at the sky, and I was absolutely blown away. I thought about that passage, God's promise to Abraham, your descendants shall be as numerous as the stars. That took on new meaning, that along with the fact that we know our Milky Way alone has over 100 billion stars. That is a lot of descendants. Of course, there is another star that we all have in mind this year. The stars that the Magi saw. Actually, really, they were astrologers, not wise men. They were astrologers. And they read the sky to try to discern what was happening in the world. And they arrived to Herod and said, "Where is the King of the Jews? For we have seen his star rising in the east." Well, the skies are going to present all of us with a special treat, a special Christmas treat this year. It's been dubbed the Christmas star. In fact, in its alignment of planets, of Jupiter and Saturn, these two great gas giants that are going to get so close, they just might form that Christmas star, that same kind of vision that those wise men saw so many years ago. The last time Jupiter and Saturn were this close was in the year 1226 AD. Now, around the time of Jesus' birth, not too long after that, astronomers now know today that there was another conjunction. It was between Jupiter, Venus, and Regulus. And it is thought that that sight would have been incredible indeed. Maybe that is what the wise men saw. So as you look forward to Christmas, to the birth of Christ, look into the heavens this year, and you just might see something wonderful. Jesus called himself the bright morning star. He is that star that is born into our lives. And remember this one last quote from Psalm 8. The psalmist is overwhelmed by the beauty and wonder of God's creation, and says, "When I consider the sun and the moon and the stars, what are human beings that you are mindful of them, mortals that you care for them?" Yet indeed, we know that God does care, and God will give us a visual blessing later in December. Blessings and peace be with you.